Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls of all ages, welcome back to another World of Tanks replay with your host, Great Taz. Now let's just get this battle on the road in 3, 2, 1, roll out. And here we go, ladies and gentlemen, on with the show. Great Taz here once again with another World of Tanks replay. Today we are going to be watching myself play the Sturer Emil, that tier 7 French TD, leading up to the Grill 15. Alright, as you can see here, rushing right down to, well, the 8-9 line where the majority of TDs go, unless you got good frontal armor, which is usually the city where they end up going. So as you can see here, pushing up this way, I'm looking off to the left so I can see anything, driving in a different direction. I'm trying to get some good looks ahead. But what is becoming of World of Tanks? World of Tanks has kind of changed from the person who I've started when this was in closed beta. Battles took anywhere from 10 to 15 minutes, no matter what, in all the battles. And then they started adding faster tanks, auto reloaders, the Italian reloaders, semi-auto reloaders, I guess you could call them, and stuff like that. Really fast tanks and wheeled tanks. I mean, when I started, it was just after, like I said, it was in closed beta. It was just after the American was put into the game, and the T-30 was the tier 10 heavy tank in the U.S. line, and it was a beast of a heavy tank. Yes, it didn't change much when they dropped it down to tier 9 and turned it into a turreted tank destroyer, but it still is got pretty much, if I remember correctly, I'd have to check my stats, but the T-30 in stats have really not changed since the day it was introduced. Maybe a little bit here, a little bit there, but that's a complete crazy thing. Now, if you go back to the battle real quick, as you can see, the city force is completely lost. And if you really look at it, there's no heavies in this whole battle. You look at what's left on the enemy team and what has been dealt. 2 mediums, 2 TDs have been killed on the enemy team, and the rest are mediums and 1 light tank and a bunch of TDs and artillery. So this was a really weird battle overall. It was a very quicker battle, you would think, than normal. But here we go back. That first shot, going back to try to protect the cap and hope that our people behind us can actually be able to do something. There we get a good shot on the back of the Cromwell, and the Thunderbolt charges in and tags him, kills him. Alright, as you can see, our city force was just completely overwhelmed. They wasn't sure what to do, and that's partially because of that T-34 2GFT, that Chinese SU tank, basically what it is the Chinese copy of the Russian auto tanks. Here we're going to get a quick fire, completely miss on the Challenger. And you can see here, I'm sitting in a position that I got my back covered by allies. All we have left for artillery is now this is bad. All I got is really a turret shot here, and it's a very little turret shot, but gotta take whatever shots you can get, and he moves, and unfortunately out of view. Now here is that there is an ISU 122, which the Chinese T-34 is an exact copy of that. Oh well, already wants to run out in front. We'll make sure that they don't survive. There is the T-34 too. It's just pretty much the same thing as take a shot at the Challenger, take him out, And I am spotted. T-34 2G is right there. All right. Shoot at the T-34. It's going to die to fire. Now we have Feather here. Now this is the person you're going to want to keep an eye on for the rest of the battle, because Feather is in an E2. He has 35 hit points at this point in time, and it's kind of weird because if you remember the title of this battle, this is really a crazy fight. We have now brought it down from a losing to an even thing with more hit points. But again, ladies and gentlemen, this battle is quite far from over. All right, so here, still kind of to protect the cap, while our medium tank there, the Type 58 and the artillery go up north to try to clear it. At this point, we have the tank advantage, we have the hit point advantage, but do we have the skill advantage and the intelligence advantage? Well, you'll have to find that out in moments. As you can see here, I am still attempting to protect the cap. I am sticking off this corner. The WZ starts to take off, and I scream at him to bring himself back, because I can't do this 2 tanks versus 1, considering the 122 fires faster than I do. And then I know the E2 is shooting HE, which is going to do quite a bit of damage to me every shot. So as you can see there, the 58 has now spotted one of the M44s right there and is going in for the kill if you're watching the minimap. Now we are up by 1 whole player and 1,200 hit, or oh geez, more than that, right? 1,600 hit points. All right, there's the SU 122. We now know where he is, pinging there to let me know. The WZ is way back, so I know I got to start pushing forward to try to get up to help out there. There is the the 44. Take a shot at it real quick and completely whiff it. If he's spotted, I am also spotted, so they know that I am down here. The 44 is running, and the Type 58 is taking shots out of it. Now we're down to the SU8 is over there in the corner. See if he gets a shot in on the M44. Now the action is going to get a little bit more faster, a little bit more crazier here in a second. And there, the Type 58 takes him out, and here comes the SU-122 in on the Type 58. Now I am trying to get there as fast as I can, and there is the M4A3E2, the Jumbo Feather, again the person I told you need to keep an eye on. All right, come around the corner. We are currently pretty much most likely unspotted, but at this point we are definitely spotted. And trying to get a shot in on the enemy there, and we take out the SU-122-44. And Feather there takes a shot at us. Now we gotta attempt to try to keep Feather spotted, and maybe try to get a shot in on him. Now 35 hit points at this point in time, you would think, okay, HE's a good idea. Now Feather fired, gonna try to take a shot. I'm not thinking about it. Does hit us for 395, which is an instant indicator that he's shooting the 105. All right, and we bounced off the front of the turret, which is another indicator. Now again, as you can see, I decided to switch over to HE, and the WZ does the worst thing it could do. It goes right through the cap circle. So Feather knows that someone is coming around the corner. Feather fires, takes out the SU, and we have no shot. The WZ is moving in. All right, he has to be able to do some damage to Feather or something. Now I know I'm way back here, but I gotta get moving. I gotta get into ability to fire upon Feather. There's Feather again. Take a shot, quick shot. I miss, he misses. WZ is now sitting still. Oh, now he starts moving. Here we go. This is getting risky, and not quite sure how Feather even feathered that shot into existence, but he did. Take another shot, completely missed. Feather gets around the corner. WZ, not sure if they took a shot, and if they did, they didn't take a very good one. But here's the funny thing. That's 2 shots from the W. There's 2 shots from Feather, and the WZ is now down. Now it's just me and Feather. Here we go. Down to the last shots. The first person to actually get a hit is going to win this. And there we go. And the shot, the kill, right there, ladies and gentlemen. As you can see, that is a victory. And here we go with the little glitch of TDs moving around. So we're going to stop that. Now let's go check out the stats on wattrecords.eu, shall we? All right, ladies and gentlemen, and here we are on wattrecords.com. I said wattrecords.eu earlier. That's usually Watt Replays. This is watt-record.com. I like this, again, much better than I do Watt Replays. As you can see here, we got a second class badge. That second class badge comes from the 746 experience. Now, you're saying, Taz, this isn't really a good battle. It's a 2.3K battle, and a lot of your other battles are much higher than that you show us. Well, it's because, read the title, A Fight to the Death. Let's begin. This was really right there, a fight to the death. As you can see, I want to give Feather here all the credit where credit is due. They're a really good player. All right, and we'll look at their stats here also in a second, just to show you how well. But we'll go finish over mine. This was with the premium account, as you can see. Also with the second class badge, I got Fighter, Sharpshooter, Duelist, and Fire for Effect, which I say is probably the easiest one to get in the game. Okay, did 1,292, didn't do the most damage in the battle overall at all. And then, okay, 4 kills and 746. Now, the Panther M10 did get the most damage with 2,400 damage, even getting high caliber. Detailed report, I fired 17 shots. Now this 105 millimeter cannon, I think that's what this is on the Sturer Emil. It's not really accurate at all. You can see it in the tank. It's a real small gun. 9 direct hits, 5 penetrations. I did fire some HE rounds there. That was, as you've seen, the 1 HE round that took out Feather. There is my damage. The majority of it was from over 300 meters. I was hit 4 times. I penetrated once. I had 1 non-penetration and 2 from splash. Of course, that was because of the simple fact that Feather was using the 105 with HE rounds. I spotted 1 enemy, 5 damaged. I destroyed 4. Traveled 2.25 kilometers. Credits 23-28, but I burnt a lot of ammo. And so I lost credits on that battle, as you can see right there. There is my experience right there. It helps me get right on into the next tank right there. 10-minute and 1-second battle. Now, this is what normal the shortest battles was in the old days, way before they started. Wargaming started speeding things up, giving tanks big alpha on these guns and stuff like that. Again, like I said, the T-30 used to be a tier 10. That used to be the big alpha gun in the game. Then you had the T-30 as tier 9, which was a big alpha for tier 9. They changed where the big alpha is now. You can find big alpha all the way down as far as tier 6 now with really big alpha HE guns and 122s like that. So I did as best as I could and with what I had. But like I said, I wanted to give Feather here a complete shout out. They did a really good job. They got a 7,800 WN8. They fired 17 shots, 11 of them hit, only 5 were penetration. Again, he was firing HE out of the 105. 7 splash damage. Did 2,338 damage, and most of it was from close range. That's best where the Jumbo is from. It does have the turret armor to be able to do the close range firing, as where the Sturer Emil does not have the armor to be able to do that. 6 hit received, only 2 penned, 2 were non-pens, and 2 were splash damages. That was more than enough to kill him. He blocked 550, 2 enemies spotted, caused 525 with his from his assistance, and he traveled just almost a quarter of a kilometer more than I did in the battle. But as you can see there, right towards the end, it was a real battle out. I was trying to get him from long range, and my 105 was not being very kind to me. But as you can see there, in the end, we did barely prevail overall. So it is what that is. So, with that all being said, ladies and gentlemen, if you enjoyed this video, make sure to take a minute to click that like button. Also, if you want to come on over to wattrecords.com, there is a link to the description right into this battle. Right up here, there will be a thumbs up and a thumbs down. You can click those to tell us what you think of this battle. Overall, I think it was a really good battle. As you can see, our city team completely collapsed. I turned around to protect, and then we came back around and circled back around the enemy. Even though at one point we were up by a tank, that still does not matter. It still shows you with the hit point total and stuff. Some stupid moves can end up in chances they win. Now, holding the WZ down there like I did, it was necessary due to the simple fact if the E2 and the 122 was down there, they could have overpowered me pretty well quickly just with the 122 taking around and the E2 coming around and finish me off coming around the corner. So that's why I had the WZ. If I would have let the WZ go, we might have won sooner. It's hard to tell. So part of the length of the battle could have been on me. Part of it could have been just bad plays from everybody else. Who knows? And if you want to keep up to date with everything I do here on the channel, World of Tanks, Minecraft, etc., make sure to click that subscription button. And if you want instant notification of all my new uploads, make sure you click that notification bell, changing it from occasional to always. With that all being said, ladies and gentlemen, I think I'm going to be getting on out of here, and we will see you on the battlefield.